Hi, and welcome to my story retelling of The Box Turtle by Vanessa Roeder. So, when this turtle hatched, his name was Terrence, and he was born missing something. He was born missing his shell, but he didn't let that stop him. And his mom and dad told him that he is so much more than just his shell, and with that, they gave him a cardboard box to use as his shell. And he loved this shell. It was so perfect for him. It kept him dry, and it was big enough that he could hide from scary monsters inside. And it was the best part about it. It was even big enough that he could share it with his friends. He loved his shell so much. And one day, a group of other turtles came along, and they told Terrence that his shell was weird. And this made Terrence really sad. He no longer loved his shell. He thought it was too boring. He needed a better shell. And with that, he set out on a mission to find a better shell. At first, he found a mailbox, and he thought it was perfect. But then people kept putting stuff in it, and he couldn't fit inside of it. And then he tried a jack in the box, but it just wasn't right either. And then he tried a boom box, but the boom box was way too loud. It wasn't right. And then he tried a lunchbox, but somebody wanted that back. And then he tried a garden box, but it also wasn't right. There was always bees following him around. And then he tried a treasure box, but it also wasn't right. It just didn't fit. And then he tried a kitty litter box, but he didn't like that very much, and neither did the kitty. Terrence was stuck. He didn't know what he wanted, and he couldn't find a shell that he really liked. Well, at least not as much as he liked his old one. He really missed his old shell. And with that, he decided to go find his old shell. But when he found it, it just wasn't the same anymore. The box was old and beaten down, and it was left in a garbage dump. It just wasn't the same anymore. But Terrence didn't let that stop him. With the help of his mom and his dad and his friends, he was able to turn it into a shell that he loved. It was just perfect for him. And with that, Terrence realized that he was so much more than just his shell. The end.